going to be an exhibition game to start off the year for the minor Pee Wee AA Toros as they face the newly formed team of the North Durham Warriors. It's the Port Hope Predators and the Uxbridge Stars formed together this year. First shot on goal, stopped there by Galton, and he's got the rebound out of front. And what a way to start for Drew Galton, his first game at minor Pee Wee AA, and he just robbed that person right there at the side of the net. Coming off to the right of Galton, back to the line, quick shot there. Back off block before it hit Galton in the net. Knocked down there by Perot with a lead pass. Up there for Aidan Howard, he got poked off his stick there by Hancock. Hancock puts it into the corner there for Davidson. James Davidson trying to get on the loose puck in behind the goal and get it out. And here comes Howard up through center. Aidan Howard back in a Toros jersey after playing house league last year. Back at her front for Hannon, and it went out of his stick. Davidson keeps that in and fires it in behind the net. In behind the goal. Menko tried to keep that in, but North Durham come up with the loose puck as Lewis couldn't go anywhere at center. Toros put it right back in. Hancock's got to go back in behind his own net. He's going to let the defenseman take it for him in behind the goal. We're just getting started here in this exhibition play between the minor Pee Wee AA Toros and North Durham. Back down low. Trying to walk out in front. Centering pass there. Quick shot from Ethan Maddox. Didn't make it through to the net. Backhand up through center is going to get knocked down by Hazelton in his own end. Hazelton with a nice pass just out of the reach though of Rizzler, and it comes up through center. Tapped in at the blue line. Fired in behind the goal. Trying to walk out in front. Man sitting right there and they score! Scott sitting all alone out in front of the net. Took the pass and then snapped it through the legs of Dalton. And it's 1-0 early for North Durham. But center gets one by Trent Taylor. Now he comes up through the blue line. Taylor still on that loose puck as he got away from Bow and went into the corner. Now it comes around the boards. Number 17. Bow with a nice pass. Hall leads it in with a quick shot. Right past save. Hall's going to get the rebound and try and chip it in, but it went wide. Hall couldn't corral that bouncing puck as it took a carom off the right pad there of Dalton. Toros trying to get it out of the zone now with Cam Ryan. The line of Cam Ryan, Jackman, and Connor Core still together after having a terrific playoffs last year and took the Toros as far as they did in the Lakeshore round. Backhand shot, that's going to go in wide of the net. Jackman trying to get on the loose puck. Late pass up through center, going to get kept in at the line by Ford. Tried to, but it just came out over the line. Trying to reach the zone now. Toros looking for their first shot on goal on Morgan, and there it is. That one's going to find his glove though as he passes his first test of the evening. From Aidan Howard off to the right of Morgan. Quick shot from Davidson. Didn't make it through. That was a nice block there. Turned around, knocked down again. The defenseman putting the body on the line to block that shot. Late pass up through center. Coming into the zone now is Brown. It got poked off his stick. Coming around again is Brown looking for a rebound shot. That one's going to get kicked aside easily by Galton. 1-0 North Durham. The only goal coming a couple minutes ago by Scott. Now they come into the zone in over the blue line. Quick shot from Lewis. There's a right pad stop there from Dalton as he kicks that aside. Into the right corner. There for Nicholas Perot trying to get it out. Perot. Another one of the newcomers to the Toros this year. Perot fires it down the ice. He passed. That's going to get broken up there. Tried to get broken up there by Taylor, but it rolled off his stick. And North Durham come back with the puck. The collision over there at the Toros bench. North Durham found the puck and put it back in. We have 10:55 left to go here in period number 1. Late pass. Getting knocked down and fired back in. Knocked down by Hazelton in his own end. Going for a lead pass up through center. And it just missed out of the reach there of Sabrizi. And now the Toros find the loose puck. Sabrizi couldn't get to the loose puck. He's just going to go off on a line change. And number 9 has to go back in his own end. Control it back in his own zone. Go for a lead pass. It was almost broken up by Maddox. But North Durham were able to chip it out of the zone where Connor Cole has to retrieve it. There's Miranda on the loose puck. Miranda getting pressured on by Jackman. Jackman did all he could to get the puck off Miranda, but it comes free to North Durham, no. And here comes a great opportunity with some nice stick handling. Number 61. Still on that puck, but finally taken down by Hazelton. And Jack Hazelton will get the first penalty of the year for the check into the boards. Get a draw off to the right of Dalton as North Durham go on their first power play. Back to Hancock. He uses the other defender, tip out of front, and they score. I believe that was number 19 out in front of the net that tipped that shot as it changed direction on Dalton, and it increases the North Durham lead to 2-0. So a good start in the inaugural season for the North Durham Warriors. 2 goals. Made it 2-0. Aiden Howard trying to get to the loose puck. It's going to go in behind the net. Barnett's back there to try and get it and move it out there for North Durham at his own end. Toros have got to try and find a little bit of a spark, but Barnett's trying to change all that, but he couldn't shoot that puck. Barnett has it in the corner, fires it back down low. That was out of the reach of Hall, and it goes into the corner. Around the boards, kept in at the blue line. Nice defensive play, and that one will go up into the Toros bench out of play. Yeah, draw just inside the Toros blue line. Getting one there by North Durham and fired over the head of Ford and back in behind the net. Connor Sear over there for Jack Hannon trying to pick it up. Hannon with a nice pass onto the tape there of Aiden Howard coming into the zone. Howard tried to go to the back end, now throws it out of front, and that pass just was out of the reach there of Perot, who was sitting at the side of the net. Pass just didn't reach him, kept in there by Minko. Thomas Minko, a shot, didn't go wide. Perot throws it out of front, Jack Hannon couldn't shoot it. Hannon tries for another shot at it, and that got blocked as he didn't get all he wanted to on that rebound shot. Pass up through center for number 42. Number 42 goes almost collided there with Davidson as it gets swept in behind the net. Around the boards it goes for Perot. Mr. Perot tried to keep it out, but Hancock held the line and fires it in behind the goal. Backhand there for Rusler, trying to get it past the defenseman. Couldn't do that. Trying to set it up in front now. Scott takes it away. He opened up the scoring. This one he's going to turn over, but it gets kept in by his defensive partner. Scott's backhand goes wide. There's a rebound out in front, just hopping over the stick. Late pass for Rusler. Tucker Rusler trying to get around number 77. Couldn't do that. Here comes Scott with a wrist shot. That'll be blocked there by Mento with his right pad. Goes over there into the corner there for number 61, who chips it down low. There's Laird trying for a high shot. He got all he wanted to on that shot and got nothing but crossbar in behind the net. Laird put all of his muscle into that shot and didn't get rewarded with it as the goaltender's best friend bailed him out. Laird tried for a shot and it just hopped over his stick. Here comes Taylor with the loose puck trying to chip it out. Got it past Miranda, and now Ben Sabrizi's trying to catch up to the loose puck. Sabrizi, backhand out of front. The pass just missed out of the reach of Rusler. Toros maybe finding a little bit of jump now. They've had a couple of scoring opportunities since North Durham took the 2-0 lead. That shot goes wide. It's going to carry him right back out of front. Dalton can control. They're going to try the other way around, but that wraparound didn't make it through. All the way down it goes, and it's going to go for an icing call. Coming off to the right of the goal. Hancock tried for a shot and Connor Cole blocked it. Trying to get to the loose puck and chip it past Barnett, but couldn't. Throwing up the goal, went wide of the net, was number 19. He's got the second goal. There's a quick shot that didn't make it through as they had a Toro player out in front. Number 17, Hall, was digging on the loose puck. Still trying to get it, but Connor Cole switched it away for Jackman. Nice play there by Jackman to chip it past Hancock. Lead pass right under the tape of number 19. Coming into the zone, firing it wide. Takes a bounce there for Hall, but he couldn't fire it on the forehand. Hancock tried to shoot it. Now he's got to try and dig it out of a few skates. Fires it back down low, backhand out of front. And that was a big stop there for Dalton and does not allow a rebound this time. He's got it in the pads. Lewis will take the offensive draw for North Durham against Aiden Howard. Now he takes a quick shot off the draw and doesn't fool Drew Dalton there as he catches that easily and holds on. Lewis will take another draw, tries to win that one, and wins it back to Miranda. Miranda tries to shoot it, he doesn't make it through. Connor Shear with the loose puck fires it out. Relieves a little bit of pressure. Number 9 trying to chip it past Perot and couldn't do it. Nice play by Aiden Howard. Connor Shear at the blue line here. Picks it back in his own end with a backhand pass over there for Ford. Hazel Cannon tried to go with the puck. It went up into the bench and out of play. Another one draw by the Toros. This one gets knocked down by Lewis though. Lewis comes in looking for a shot. Didn't make it through to the net. Here comes Aiden Howard's pass there for Perot. Nicholas Perot chips it out. Here comes an opportunity here for Jack Hannon to get to the loose puck, but number 9's going to beat him to it. But Hannon put pressure on him, and it caused the turnover in behind the goal. Menko's going to try and keep it in. Nice play there by Thomas Menko to pinch in and keep it in the North Durham end. James Davidson corrals it at center. Coming into the zone around Lewis. Finally lost it there. Lead pass was just out of the reach there of Brown. Dalton with a nice play to come out and play that puck. Or Brown could have been off to the races. And it looks like North Durham may be called for too many men on the ice. So the Toros will enjoy their first power play of the year. Draw just inside the North Durham line. And Taylor was in offside. Taylor will take another draw. That one gets one there again by North Durham. Goes in behind the net. There's a collision in behind the goal. They pass. They try for that breaker pass, but Laird's pass got broken up. Now the Toros come in the end with Davidson. But a shot they mixed through. Another quick shot. Here comes a chance. And a shot there from Sabrizi that got knocked away by Morgan. His first real tough save of the day as he stopped Sabrizi at the side of the net. Davidson collected it in behind his own goal. Around the net it goes for Jackman. Logan Jackman trying to get around Laird, but Laird was able to chip it back in. Toros just trying to set this power play up here. Lead pass that gets broken up by Laird. Laird's going to get a short-handed opportunity. One-on-one against Golden. Drops it back. And a big stop. Rebound out of front. That's right on the line for Scott. But he couldn't bury it. He had one more inch to go before he had a second of the game. But this time, the inch went the Toros' way and stayed on the line. Jackman picks it up at center. Logan Jackman in over the blue line. Trying to release that shot. Sets it over to the other side. Stopped it by Morgan. There's a rebound out of front. And nobody knows where it is. Now it gets found in behind the net. Maddox picks it up at center over to the other side. Only 20 seconds left to go on the too many men on the ice penalty. Broken up by Barnett at center. Barnett coming into the zone, dumps it in, kills some more time on the clock on the penalty, and goes off on a line change as Hazelton picks it up in behind his own goal. Hazelton with a nice pass over there for Jackman. Couldn't get it past Crabbe. That goes back in behind the net. Around the goal goes for Cam Ryan. He couldn't get it out. Over to the other side. That was broken up there by Jackman. Crab fires it back in. Ethan Maddox back in his own end. Got pressured on there by Hall, so it comes around the other side, kept in by number 9, the defenseman. Throws it at the goal, tipped at the front. And that was a right pad stop there from Dalton with a nice stop. As he stopped that redirection out in front. It's a battle on that puck at the Toros bench. And it comes free for the North Durham Warriors. It's Lewis that fires it wide. Sorry, number 16, Spitzer. Victor. There's a battle right there in front. Nobody knows where it is. Now it finally gets won there by the Toros. Other side there for Miranda as he starts it out. Late pass is broken up, but Jack Cannon couldn't go off to the races. Here comes number 19 that got it taken away from him. Still trying to dig on it. Gets it free finally. Sets up Lewis out in front and a right pad stop. Like reflexes there by Dalton. Kept in by Miranda at the blue line. Trying to turn around is number 19. He couldn't get it through. Number 19 is going to get it again. That's 2K. 2K throws it at the net. That's going to get kept in at the blue line. Number 9 tries to get it through. Doesn't make its way through a maze of players. Stuck in behind the goal. Around it goes. Kept in by Miranda. Miranda gets taken down there by Perot as it goes in behind the net. Miranda doing a nice job on the defensive end, keeping this puck in, not allowing the Toros to get it out, and finally they do. And now Hannon tried to go off, couldn't do it, and Perot trying to help him out. Nicholas Perot finally won that battle for the loose puck and fires it all the way down the ice for an icing call. 5.5 seconds left to go on the clock. It'll be a final draw. It'll be Trent Taylor against Lewis. Toros win the draw, trying to get it out. And there goes the buzzer to end period. Number 1, 2 goals by North Durham, 1 by Scott, and 1 by QK as them up 2-0 after the first period. Out off of period number 2. Davidson chipping it up over there for Rusler. Looking over at the North Durham bench, and they don't have a backup, so they're going to ride Morgan for this game. Around the net it goes. Rusler trying to find that loose puck. It's in behind the goal. Nice play there by Sabrizi to get it for Rusler, but he couldn't pull the trigger. Backhand shot rolled in on goal. Steered aside there by Morgan. Goes in behind the net. Rusler tried to get away from the defenseman, couldn't do it. Here comes North Durham the other way, trying for a late pass to Scott. That's not going anywhere as Davidson breaks that one up. James Davidson with a pass, getting knocked down there by number 89 in his own end. Nice play again by Davidson, but it came in offside. Face off just inside the blue line. Toros get it. Cam Ryan gets the loose puck. Cam Ryan into the zone, trying to fire it. Just missed that short side. He was going boxy side and just off the mark. Here comes QK on the loose puck. QK couldn't and tried. It was almost broken up there. Goes into the corner as Hall tries to get to the loose puck. He's got Crab going to the goal, but the pass was out of his reach. Going to find the way to the back of the net. Trying to walk around the other side was Hall, but he couldn't get it. QK on the backhand, puts it in behind the goal. Jack Hazelton on the loose puck, the defenseman for the Toros. Puts it in behind, takes it back in behind his own net. Kept in by Miranda at the blue line. Around the boards, Maddox is going to get that loose puck. Try and get it by Miranda, but again, Miranda is steady on the blue line to keep that puck in. Toros trying to dig that away at that puck. Now Miranda has it from behind the goal, trying to walk to the front with a pass. He's got his man in the front, and a quick shot there from Hall puts it in. Dalton was out of position. He couldn't stop that shot from Hall on the one-timer to make it 3-0. He's off at center. Getting the loose puck there was Brown, who backhands it in. Trying to set it up at the front. Around the boards it goes. Kept in by North Durham, going back to the line there for Brownette. He couldn't get the shot through. He fires it back down low for Brown. Brown trying to walk that in front. Finally gets taken down in the corner. It's going to get kept in by Burnett at the blue line. And now Lewis tries to turn and fire. That one's going to find the glove of Dalton for a face-off. Face-off coming off to the left of the goal. That's going to get kept in by Miranda at the blue line. Setting it up in front. He missed his man. Gage Ford picked it off. Ford trying to start a breakout. Up there with Sabrizi. Gage Ford over to Sabrizi. Sabrizi shot. Going high and wide over the net. And Taylor keeps that puck in. Trying to chip it down low. Lewis tries to get it away. Lewis digging on it as well. Finally gets it to Trent Taylor. Ford tried to hold the blue line. Couldn't do it. Now he's going to find the loose puck at center. Gage Ford over to the side for Sear. The return pass is out of the reach there of Ford. So now Lewis tries to get to the loose puck and went sliding into the end boards and behind the goal. Going at the net, that's going to hit the side of the goal where Dalton gobbles it up. Face-off coming off to the left. Gets one there by North Durham. Barnett over the other side. Trying to shoot that puck there was Laird and he couldn't do it. It's still there in the scoring pre-show. Nice pass by Cam Ryan. Trying to spring Connor Cole on a breakaway. Back to Cam Ryan. Goal! Cam Ryan and Connor Cole playing back to play. And it finally went through to Cam Ryan and he made no mistake. Snapping it past the Bluffman and Morgan. Toros have their first goal of the year. Now Toros trying to find a little bit of momentum on the goal by Cam Ryan. Cole trying to hold the blue line. Here comes Laird on the loose puck. Laird trying to beat Menko for it. Trying to walk it around. Menko set his ground. Backhand up there center. Cam Ryan with a pass up for Connor Cole. The two already hooked up for a goal in the game. Here comes Connor Cole. To the face-off circle, he shoots it. It didn't make it through. Goes in behind the goal for Jackman as he tries to get away from the defenseman. Chipped over there. It's Victor with a pass up through center. Broken up there by Davidson. Davidson falls down and Scott was able to get a stick in his skate. Barnett takes the loose puck and it's offside. Face-off just inside the blue line. Over there to Ethan Maddox was out of his reach. Hall's going to try and get on the loose puck. Hall couldn't find it. They're trying to start it 3-on-1. Up there for Aiden Howard. Aiden Howard's going up there with Jack Cannon with a nice pass. Hannon going into the zone with a shot. Stick save. Nice block there by Morgan. Morgan got the top of his stick on that to stop Jack Cannon's shot. That was trying to get delivered to the top shelf. Jack Hazelton at center. Hazelton trying to get around his man. Infernary.
Yeah, way to go.
Throwing at the net. Here comes the opportunity here. That was thrown out in front there by QK that hit the side of the net. Here comes the towards the late pass. Up there for Perot. He's trying to get around Infernary and Miranda, but his shot went high and wide. Late pass, finding Crab. Crab picks it up at center. Coming up into the zone is Crab. Coming in over the blue line. Sorry, he had nobody with him, so he just swings it around the boards and behind the Toros net. Late pass as North Durham were going off on a line change. Aiden Howard into the zone with Perot. Aiden Howard breaks on, dropped it back for Ford. Gage Ford lighting it up. And the shot didn't make it through to Morgan in the net. Pass over there for number 42. Was out of his reach as it goes up into the North Durham bench out of play. Face off to the left of Dalton. Quick shot. Steered aside easily by Drew Dalton in behind the net. Taking on the loose puck, trying to come around the other side. That one got stopped again with the left pad as he tried to stuff it in, but Drew Dalton was up against the post to make the stop. Knocked down and fired all the way down the ice. Hancock's back there to retrieve it. Sabrizi's all over him. Move it up there for Brown. Brown is going to go to the box as he cuts down Gage Ford, and the Toros go to the power play. Change goes. Seth Foreman's now in net for the Toros. So he sees his first action of the year. Around the boards it goes. Toros get the power play, kept in by Davidson at the blue line. Firing it around for Jackman, was out of his reach. Connor Cole gets the loose puck. So the line of Connor Cole, Logan Jackman, and Cam Ryan start this power play. That one's getting fired all the way down the ice though. Menko picks it up in his own end. We're under 8 minutes to go here in period number 2. It's a 3-1 lead in favor of North Durham. They had 2 in the first period by Scott and QK, and then Hall scored to make it 3-0 before the Toros finally hit the board with Cam Ryan. Backhand shot, easy stop there, and it's the first stop of the year there for Foreman. We get another draw up to the left of Foreman, getting one by the Toros and lead pass. Nice pass up there, trying to get around was Hannon, but Inferneri was able to knock it away from Hannon and dump it back in behind the net. Nice play there by number 42, getting pressured on, putting pressure on Hazelton to make a play, but he finally moves it over there for Perot. Perot on the loose puck with a pass up there for Hannon. Jack Hannon couldn't shoot the puck. They can't get it out of the zone though. Now it finally does. Reach it out as Scott was able to poke it up through center. Toros have yet to have a shot on their power play. That one's going to roll in. It's not going to make the net as it goes in behind the goal. Hazelton back in behind his own net. Jack Hazelton with some nice moves. Puts it onto the tape there. Jack Hannon. Hannon off to the races. Tried to get around Inferneri and couldn't. It's going to be another penalty though. Coming up here to Inferneri. Gage Ford with it. Ford, first shot didn't make it through. Second shot as a blocker stop from Morgan. And now Scott finally touches it and will get the penalty. It's going to be a 2-man advantage coming up here for 2 seconds for the Toros. So it is Inferneri that goes to the box for the shot on Gage Ford there. Taylor will take the draw off to the right of Morgan. Toros are going to try and get that first shot away before the first penalty's over. Gage Ford tries it. Right pad save. And a nice play there by Morgan to kick his right pad out and stop the shot from the line. Short end of chance coming up here with a shot. That night was blocked there from Connor Sear, and another rebound shot was kicked aside there by Foreman. Here's Trent Taylor with it. Up to the Sabrizi, but he couldn't find the moves to get around the defenseman. Now Taylor picks it up. Trent Taylor finally lost his wheels, and now Roosevelt tries to help him. Benjamin Sabrizi with the loose puck. And we got a whistle. North Durham were hit with too many men on the ice earlier, and now it's the Toros that go to the box for too many men on the ice, which will even things up right now. There's a quick shot and a blocker save for Foreman, and he hops on the loose puck as he stops QK on the initial shot. Face off to the left of the goal. Menko fires it around. Kept in there by Miranda at the blue line. Miranda shot, and that didn't make it through as it was a seeing eye shot that went in behind the goal. James Davison picks it up. Playing 4-on-4 hockey for the next 55 seconds. That one's going to go all the way down. Might have enough juice for icing, but Connor Cole wins the draw. Nice play there by Cole to win the race. Now he tries to stuff it in at the side of the net, but Morgan is up against the post to hold it. Cole tries to win the draw. Here comes Scott at center, coming into the zone, trying to get around Menko. Scott with a shot. That went in, whistled wide. Barnett keeping it at the blue line. Chipping it in behind the goal for Scott. He's got a goal in the game. He opened up the scoring in the first period. A pass for Jackman trying to get around Miranda at center. But Logan Jackman got taken into the boards by Miranda. There's the loose puck there, coming free to Connor Cole. Cole dropped it for Jackman. Logan Jackman gets away, shoots it, and it's a bluster save there from Morgan. First real big opportunity there for Logan Jackman that got kicked aside there from Morgan. There's Scott with the loose puck. Up there for Laird as he comes in over the blue line now. Laird with some nice moves into the zone, backhand, and scores! A highlight reel goal there from Laird as he juked out the defenseman and then had the finishing touch on the backhand to put it in to make it 4-1. Face off at center. Here comes Hannon trying to get to it. Jack Hannon comes into the zone, trying to get around Infernari and couldn't. Gets touched up there by Infernari, and there'll be a penalty coming up. There'll be a second straight penalty to the defenseman number 9, Infernari of North Durham. Toros couldn't capitalize on the first one because they got the too many men on the ice penalty. Around the boards it goes, captain at the line. Quick shot, tried to make it through a screen and couldn't, and North Durham just fired it all the way down the ice with 3:30 left to go here in the second period. Back in behind the net is Hazelton. Up there for Hannon, trying to get away with a leap pass. Puts it right onto the tape of Aiden Howard over to the other side, and it's going to be offside. Howard takes the offensive draw. Over to the other side for Perot as he picks it up. Nice move there from Perot. The first shot didn't make it through, but he goes to the backhand. And a right pad save there from Morgan. As he stopped the backhand shot from Nicholas Perot. And it gets backhanded by Gates Ford. Back into the end of the Toros. Perot picks it up on the other side. There's Aiden Howard picking it up. Howard takes a shot, blocker save easily by Morgan as he left it for the defenseman to clear it all the way down. Sear breaks it up. Connor Sear rings it around the boards and behind the goal. Trying to pick it up now was Miranda. He couldn't get it past Howard. Aiden Howard doing all he can to bat that puck free, and Ford keeps it in at the blue line. Gage Ford winds up with a shot, going to the side of the net. Perot tries for a backhand, but he just was taken down at the side of the net before he could backhand it. Now he's trying to make his way back to his feet. Here comes an opportunity for Brown into the zone. Brown couldn't make it a way around, and his shot just rolled in for Foreman to pounce on it. So Gage Ford got the roughing after the whistle penalty, I guess. Backhand shot. That screen out of front. Backhand again and a quick shot out of front of the goal, gets swept in at its front. We're going to find out who was the last one who touched that puck. I believe it was number 42. It's going to make it 5-1 in favor of North Durham. Face off. Victor takes it at center. Victor comes into the zone. Trying to shoot it. There's Scott with a shot that bounced him wide. Now the penalty to Gage Ford is going to begin as the penalty to Infernari is over. Goes in behind the goal for Menko. Menko tries to get it around Crab with a lead pass as we approach the last minute of play of period number 1. Crab On the loose puck, couldn't get around the defense of Parker Rizzler there. Tapped in. Here comes a one-time shot coming up here from Victor, but a stop there from Foreman. Nice play by Miranda again to hold the blue line. Davidson with a lead pass. Got broken up there by number 8, Crab, but the Toros get the loose puck. Knocked down there by Babcock with a lead pass. It was out of the reach there of QK as he tries to find the loose puck in the corner. We're in the last minute now, 45 seconds left. And Hall sitting all on his lonesome, trying for a shot. That one didn't get all he wanted to. It bounced into Foreman for a face-off. Face-off gets won there by the Toros. Rolls him behind the goals. He tries to step it out in front. QK fires it around the boards. 30 seconds left. Tapped in at the blue line. Back down left for Crab as he tries to walk out of the corner. Back to the other side. 20 seconds left on the penalty to Ford. North Durham doing some great work, moving it around in the perimeter area. Here comes the opportunity here for Sabrizi to fire it down the ice, and he will with 10 seconds left. Infuneri goes back in his own end. Infuneri trying to start it with a lead pass. Might have one more opportunity here for QK before the buzzer goes. He's just going to dump it down. Foreman makes the stop, and that'll be it for period number 2. And the Toros looked like they had a little bit of momentum when they made it 3-1, but it was 2 more goals answered by North Durham, and they take a 5-1 lead to the third period. Period number 3, and the Toros have a little bit of a hole to dig themselves out of. They're down 5-1 to start the period. Lewis comes into the zone, looking to increase the lead, and it gets tipped wide by number 42. Throws it at the goal, hits the side of the net, and Foreman didn't find it, but it was caught in the meshing. Hazelton comes it back into the zone. Hazelton with him pass over to the other side for Jackman. Out of the reach there of Cole, gets picked up there over to the other side. Miranda with a lead pass. Might have been offside there. That pass got picked up by Brown. He throws it at the net, it gets tipped wide. Miranda finds it in the corner, goes back to the line for Lewis. Jackman trying to get away from Lewis, it gets chipped in behind the net. Here comes Logan Jackman up at center, coming into the zone. Trying to get around Miranda for an opportunity. Jackman steps off with a shot, tipped at the front. Looks like it changed direction, but it didn't fool Morgan, though he's got it in his pad somewhere for a face-off. Howard will take the draw off to the left of Morgan. Won there by North Durham in their own end. Going for a lead pass. Chipped in, kept in by Manko at the blue line. So again, as mentioned at the start, this new North Durham team in the league goes throughout the whole league. It was the Port Perry Predators and the Uxbridge Stars joining forces to form this new team. Quick shot, right pad stop. Nice stop there from Foreman as he stopped Laird on the breakaway. Barnett at the blue line. Backhands it in behind the goal. Lead pass, captain at the blue line. Nice play there by Laird. He tries to come up to center with Perot. Perot tries to put it around the stick. Here comes the opportunity, but it's going to roll just out of the reach. There's an opportunity there for the Toros as Howard got taken down and behind the net. Battle in the corner there. North Durham come over the loose puck with Laird, and it's offside as Scott was a foot ahead of him. Face-off coming just inside the Toros blue line with Taylor and Crab. Crab won the draw. Here comes the opportunity for Ford to clear it out with a late pass for Rizzler. Within his feet. Crab trying to dig on the loose puck and comes straight to the Toros as they try and get in. But got held up right there at the blue line. There's Hall putting it back into the zone. Around the boards for 2K as he tries to pick it up over there in that scrum. Goes in behind the net there for Gage Ford. Knocked down there. Out of front as Hall tries to dig it free. Trying to walk out of front. Quick shot there from the side of the goal. Got stopped there by Foreman. Face-off coming off to the right of Foreman. Getting one there. As Korpecki tries to pick it up. Korpecki with a shot. Right pad stop there from Foreman. He tries to find that loose puck. He finally does. And he'll take it for a face-off. Another draw coming off to the right. Hazelton tries to get the loose puck. Jack Hazelton starts it from center. He gets pressured on now by Korpecki. Going for a lead pass. Over there for Lewis. Over to the other side. Getting knocked down by Hazelton in his own end. He puts the pass right under the tape of Jackman. Hazelton uses the boards to dump it back in. Barnett couldn't go. Here comes Connor Cole with the loose puck. The Toros just can't seem to start something here in the third period. Jackman trying to change that. Starts it from the face-off circle. Takes his shot. Bounces in behind the goal. Around the boards it goes again. Kept in by Maddox on the other side. Throwing at the goal. Jackman sitting all on his own. And he tried to get a pass over there to him. He would have been sitting all by himself for a shot. Jackman on the rebound. Couldn't find the loose puck. He was waiting all by his lonesome at the side of the goal. But the puck never found him. Quick shot, he fanned on it. Here comes the Toros back up the other way. It's a 2-on-2 rush with Cam Ryan and Logan Jackman right under the tip of Jackman. Jackman setting up with a shot. Stopped there by Morgan. In the red basket, he holds it for a face-off. Toros win the offensive draw. Howard tried to put it through to the net. Quick shot there from Perot. Didn't make it through. Keeping it in his Menko at the blue line. Turn around is Perot with a shot. And he didn't make it through to the net. Here comes the opportunity coming up through center. As Howard tries to stick to Laird. Opportunity to shoot it. Right pad stop there for Foreman. And he's digging away at the loose puck, but Foreman has it underneath his right pad. As we get a little bit of a rough stuff after the whistle. Laird's going to take the offensive draw there for North Durham and try and shoot it right off the draw. Doesn't fool Foreman with that left pad stop. Around the boards it goes. Inferneri's not going to keep that one in as it clears all the way back into the north end. North Durham end. Inferneri takes it back in his own zone. Inferneri almost lost the wheel, but he's able to move it over to the other side. Here comes Laird up the center. Getting caught up there by Victor. Couldn't shoot it. Scott on the loose puck. Backhand shot was a weak one, and it goes right into Foreman's glove. Face off coming off to the left of the Toros goal. Won by the Toros. There's a pass to Trent Taylor. 3-on-2 with Sabrizi and Parker Rusler. Sabrizi with a backhand. Rolls him behind the goal. Ford's going to try and keep it in there. Gage Ford did all he could and chipped it in behind the net. Around the boards it goes. Sears going to try and keep that one in. Connor Shear held the blue line. Quick shot there from Sabrizi. Didn't make it through. Getting the rebound out of front. Tried for a pass to the center of the scoring hall. Shot got blocked there by Sears. Around the boards, knocked down by Crab there on the other side. Crab finally loses it now. Babcock backhands it up. Out of play.
Let's go, Toros!
Face off. Coming off to the right of the goal. Hazelton on the loose puck. Around the boards it goes. Up there for the Toros, Cam Ryan. Ryan along with Jackman, and Jackman brought it in offside. Face off just inside the blue line. Chipped out. All the way down. Here comes Ethan Maddox picking it up in his own end. Trying to get it by Lewis. As it goes into the corner, Lewis tries for a centering pass. That's going to get kept in by Inferneri's shot. Tipped at the front, goes wide of the goal. Lewis on the rebound, sets it up in front. Tried to find number 42 and couldn't hit him with a pass. Here they come up through center with Cam Ryan and Jackman. But Cam Ryan didn't make it around that last line of defense. Jackman on the loose puck as it rolls in behind the net. Hazelton's got to try and get it. Jack Hazelton takes Brown into the boards and behind the goal.
Go left.
Backhand shot. Makes it away to the crease where Foreman finds it. Laird will take the offensive draw here for North Durham against Aiden Howard. Comes around the boards. Gets stuck there and behind the net. Trying to walk it in front of the loose puck that the Toros are going to get. Tapped in by Barnett at the blue line. Barnett from the faceoff circle, he shoots it high and wide over the net. Put too much muscle into that one and it missed the goal. Here comes Spector firing it in behind the goal. Scott trying to retrieve it from Menko. Scott sends it out of front. There was nobody there to take his pass except the Toros jersey, and here comes Perot with it. Nicholas Perot with a nice pass over there for Howard. Aiden Howard comes into the zone just again. Got held up there by the defenseman. Some North Durham defense are playing really well in this game, not allowing the Toros to get their breakouts. Laird. It just seems in this game the Toros just can't make it around that last guy for their opportunities. And here comes the Toros up through center. Jack Hannon into the zone. Hannon finding the blue line for Menko. Thomas Menko shot, stopped there by Morgan. And there was nobody out in front for a rebound, kept in by Davidson. Menko on the loose puck. Got pressured on by 3 North Durham players, so he takes it back in his own end. Thomas Menko finally loses it in behind the net. Trying for a wraparound, stop there by Foreman, and the rebound out of front again. Stopped by Foreman. Miranda chips it in behind the goal. Trying to get it as Crab in behind the net. Lead pass. Finds his man. Trent Taylor. Taylor coming up into the blue line with a shot. And that finds the glove easily of Morgan for a face-off. Now another draw off to the left of the goal. Trying to walk it out of front. Goes in behind the net. Around the boards with a lead pass. One of the reach corner Sear dumps it back in. Rolls in behind the net where Inferneri picks it up. Inferneri back from his own end. Puts a pass right under the tip. It's Sabrizi with a shot. Stopped there by Morgan with the big save as he bails out the defenseman on that bad pass. It's Sabrizi broke it up. But wasn't able to put it through the legs there of Morgan, who shut the 5-hole and kept it out. Captain takes off there from North Durham as they won it. Around the boards, kept in by Sear. Tries the knuckle puck, throws it at the goal. Taylor's going in behind the net. Trent Taylor getting pressured on. Sets it out of front for Sabrizi. Opportunity to turn and fire from Rusler and couldn't. Sabrizi tries for the backhand and couldn't find it in his feet. Lead pass up there for Hall. Hall coming into the zone, but he got outnumbered and just had to sweep it in behind the net. Lead pass for Taylor. Trent Taylor can't go with it at center. So the pass is too far from him. Here comes Lewis. Lewis, drop pass, quick shot, rebound for Lewis out in front, and he got taken down by 4 before he could get to it. Lead pass was almost sprung there by Jackman. Logan Jackman on the loose puck, trying to strip Barnett of it now, but Barnett was able to get that lead pass for Lewis. Around Sear, goes for a better opportunity, but his shot goes fired through the crease area. Barnett back again down low for 2K. Cam Ryan trying to get to it. This line has been the danger line for the Toros in this game. 2K's got a goal along with Lewis. Firing it down the ice, and it's going to go for icing. Another draw off to the left of Foreman with 4:01 left to go in the game. It's a 5-1 in favor of North Durham lead. 2-0 after the first period and 5-1 after the second. Here comes Kopecky dumping it in behind his own net, dumping it in behind the Toros net, goes in behind the goal. Tapped in by Hancock, who fires it in behind the goal. Tapped in at the blue line. Quick shot. Tipped at the front. There's a rebound there. Chipped high and wide over the goal. Jackman got taken down. Here comes the opportunity for Connor Cole. Cole couldn't get by Hancock as Hancock made a nice defensive play. Now he tries to get on the offensive side of things. Throws it at the net. It's a loose puck at the front in the crease area. Here come the Toros with it. Up there for Jackman. Logan Jackman got hacked there by Hancock. Jackman on the loose puck. Couldn't go with it. Slides all the way down the ice. Not going to be icing, so Foreman just comes out and chips it in behind the net. 2:48 left. Nice play there by Aiden Howard to get away from the check. Nice touch to the center with a pass for Nicholas Perot. Right onto his tape. Now he's got to try and start something out of that, but he got taken down. Back up the other way is Laird right onto the tip of Scott. Scott fires back and shoots it, and it doesn't fool Foreman as he comes up with a glove hand save. Face off coming off to the left of the goal. Goes back to the line. Tipped that in front. Great pad stop there from Foreman. Miranda. Knocked down there by Aiden Howard. He's going to try and lead it up with a pass for Jack Cannon, but it was out of the Greek. Now he's going to get it again. Comes the opportunity here for Laird to fire back. Blocker stop there from Foreman. Blockered it in behind the goal. Miranda's got it at the blue line. There's Thomas Menko on the loose puck. Menko takes it back in his own end. Own zone with a lead pass. Miranda with a nice defensive play to keep it in. His shot to hit nothing out in front as it just bounced in wide. Scott was sitting on his own, but he couldn't take that pass out in front. Here come the Toros up the zone with a lead pass. Aiden Howard collects it, comes into the zone. Howard, backhand pass out of front. Just out of the reach there of Perot as he tried to find him. Oh, on his own. Menko trying to get to the loose puck. North Durham are on it. Infernary or crab shot didn't make it through. Over there in the corner, Hannon brings it around the boards. Kept in by Barnett with a nice defensive play. Couldn't do anything with the puck though. But Barnett is still on that puck. Firing around is Howard with a lead pass. Comes the opportunity to chip it wide, and they will dump it all the way down the ice. Toros trying to get to that loose puck with a lead pass over to the other side for Hall. Hall couldn't take it. We're in the last minute, 35 seconds left. Here comes QK into the zone. QK drops it for Crab, trying to shoot it. Going to take it in behind his own net. Forward is guarding him in behind the goal, trying to keep him back there. Here comes Sabrizi up through center. Benjamin Sabrizi trying to show the wheels, but he got held up a little there by Hancock. Under 10 seconds left to go in this exhibition game from the South Curtis Arena. Toros might get the final opportunity, but Rusler backhands it wide, and that'll do it for the game. The North Durham Warriors defeat the Toros here in exhibition play, 5-1. The Toros just couldn't get their chances. They had a couple of chances in the game, but their momentum got stymied a few times there by Morgan, and they just couldn't find a way to stay in the game. But this was just an exhibition game, and the Toros will play for real starting next weekend when they head to St. Catharines for their first tournament of the year. Until next weekend, I'm the voice of MJ Broadcasting, Mike Jackson.